What is the belief that one's greatest loyalty is to a shared culture, including aspects of common history, language, religion, and nationality, rather than to a leader or border? Great job. Nationalism is the accurate answer. Who was an extravagant, yet weak leader of France during the French Revolution? He accumulated a lot of debt because of wars and his own spending. Banks refused to lend him money. Sharp thinking. King Louis XV is the right choice.
This is one of the wars that led to German unification, where Bismarck purposefully created border conflicts with Austria to provoke them into declaring war on Prussia.
You chose 7 Weeks' War, and it is correct.
This was the civil code put out by Napoleon that granted equality of all male citizens before the law and granted absolute security of wealth and private property.
Right choice. Napoleonic Code is the best answer. What was the name of Napoleon's set of rules and regulations? Exactly. Napoleonic Code makes sense, and it is right choice. Government established in France after the overthrow of the Directory in 1799, with Napoleon as first consul in control of the entire government. Excellent. Or consulate is a brilliant choice. Wars between Napoleon and the rest of Europe from 1796–1815, which helped spread the ideas of the French Revolution. You got it. Your choice, Napoleonic Wars, is right.
What was the name of the system of laws Napoleon created to help unite France under a common set of laws?
Excellent choice. Napoleonic Code is the right answer. When Napoleon became the supreme leader in France, what popular legal system did he enact? Strong choice. Napoleonic Code is the right answer. All of these regions were part of the French Empire at some point in the Napoleonic Wars, except. Great thinking. Prussia is the right choice. Which of the following was not one of Napoleon's 3 mistakes that led to his downfall? Well done. The Napoleonic Code is the right choice. What was the system of laws called that Napoleon instituted to help rebuild France? Nicely done. Napoleonic Code is a solid answer. What did France establish in conquered territories during the Napoleonic Wars? Valid point. Sister republics is true. Napoleonic Wars were a series of conflicts between Napoleon's France and Dash. Good job. Your answer, the Ook, Ottoman Empire, Russia, Portugal works well here.
German unification was achieved following wars with which 3 countries?
Correct. Denmark, Austria, France is the right answer. French wars against England, Prussia, Russia, and Austria led by Napoleon? Nice selection. Napoleonic Wars is the correct and valid answer. Which country was Napoleon's main adversary during the Napoleonic Wars? Correct response. United Kingdom is the most accurate answer. What ideas were spread by Napoleon's troops during the Napoleonic Wars? You're right. Enlightenment and revolution is the correct answer. Which country's independence was achieved during the Napoleonic Wars? Perfect. Haiti is the correct choice. What was the long-term impact of the Napoleonic Wars within Europe? Smart move. All of the above is an accurate answer. Where was Napoleon exiled after his defeat in the Napoleonic Wars? On track. Corsica is the correct answer. Which battle marked the final major battle of the Napoleonic Wars? Solid response. Battle of Borodino is a valid choice. What was sparked or ignited as a result of the Napoleonic Wars? Well reasoned. Nationalist ideas is the correct choice. What were the series of wars between France and Britain called? Smart pick. The Napoleonic Wars is the correct choice. What was the rallying cry for Europe after the Napoleonic Wars? Well picked. Liberty, equality, fraternity is the correct answer.
Napoleon turned to this system to try and defeat the British.
Right again. O continental system is a valid answer.
What idea began to spread as a result of the Napoleonic Wars?
Nice work. You chose nationalism, and it is correct.
Where and when was the final battle of the Napoleonic Wars?
Waterloo 1815 is the answer.
What was Napoleon's major mistake in the Napoleonic Wars?
Clear logic. Your choice invading Russia is sound and 100% true. What caused revolutions across Europe and Latin America? Good thinking. Enlightenment ideas is the right answer.
What was the final major battle in the Napoleonic Wars?
You chose Battle of Waterloo, and it is correct. The Napoleonic Code's principles were influenced by the Nice selection. Enlightenment is the correct and valid answer. Admiral of the British Navy during the Napoleonic Wars. Right choice. Lord Horatio Nelson is the best answer. What working class movement arose in London in 1836? Nicely done. Chartist movement is a solid answer. It was Napoleon's most famous domestic achievement. Correct response. O Napoleonic Code is the most accurate answer.
What was the main cause of the Napoleonic Wars?
Good job. Your answer conflicts between France and other European nations works well here. What were the Napoleonic Wars fought between? Well reasoned. First French Empire and European coalitions is the correct choice.
Napoleonic Wars are called because of dash.
You're right. Napoleon I is the correct answer. Who led France during the Napoleonic Wars? Good thinking. Napoleon Bonaparte is the right answer.
Napoleon's unified system of law dash.
Right again. Civil code is a valid answer.
Napoleonic Wars took place in dash.
Strong choice. 1800-1815 is the right answer.
What is Napoleon's legacy?
Great thinking. Widespread nationalism among the people of Europe is the right choice. How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format? Clear logic. Your choice contact Narayan Changda is sound and 100% true.